By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to keep carrot fly off your carrots from the moment you sow to the moment you harvest. Not just for one flush, but all season long. Carrot fly is one of those pests that gardeners argue about constantly. Low barriers, companion planting, resistant varieties. There is a lot of advice out there, and a lot of it does not hold up. So let's cut through it and focus on what actually works. Carrot fly lays its eggs in the soil near your carrots. The larvae hatch and tunnel straight into the roots. By the time you pull a carrot and see those rust-brown channels carved through it, the damage is already done. Here is the key thing to understand about timing. Carrot fly has two main activity peaks, one in May, one in August, but it stays active through spring and into autumn. It is not a pest you can simply dodge by adjusting your sowing date. It is around for most of the growing season. Carrots you sow in March are the most vulnerable. They are growing strongly and often need thinning and weeding right when May fly activity peaks. That combination, exposed roots, disturbed soil, peak pest pressure, is exactly what carrot fly is looking for. Before we get into the steps, let's clear a few things up quickly. A 60 centimeter barrier does not reliably stop carrot fly. Research has shown it, and growers who have tried it will confirm it. Wind lifts the fly straight over. Even containers raised well above ground level can still see minor damage. Interplanting with spring onions does not confuse carrot fly with scent. What research shows is that any physical barrier effect comes from the plants themselves, not from any chemical signal they produce. It is a structural effect, not an aromatic one. Resistant varieties like flyaway and resistifly can reduce damage slightly, but in high pressure conditions they still get hit. They are worth considering as part of a wider approach, not as a standalone fix. The most reliable way to protect carrots grown in the ground is consistent use of fine insect mesh or fleece, well secured, with no gaps. That is the core of this. Here is how to do it properly, step by step. Prepare your bed before you sow. Weed it thoroughly. Top it with a layer of fresh, weed-free compost. You are doing this now because once the mesh goes on, you want minimal reasons to lift it. Sow your seeds, then put the mesh on immediately, not the next day, not once they germinate. The moment the seeds are in the ground, the mesh goes on. If you wait, you will forget, or you will convince yourself it can wait a bit longer. It cannot. Secure the edges properly. Bury them, weigh them down with timber, use pegs, whatever you have. Any gap at ground level is an entry point. Carrot fly is not flying over your barrier. It is walking under it if you leave a way in. The rule here is simple. Do not lift the mesh unless you genuinely have to. When you do need to weed, thin, or harvest, and there will be times you do, use a garlic spray on the disturbed soil before you put the mesh back down. Disturbed soil and bruised foliage release scent that attracts carrot fly. The garlic spray helps mask that signal. It is a small extra step that pays off. Try to pick calm days for any work under the mesh. Wind and open beds on an active fly day is not a combination you want. One more thing that makes a real difference. Carrots harvested before October consistently show less damage than those left in the ground later in the season. If you are growing a batch you plan to store through winter, aim to lift them before the end of September where possible. Carrots left in the ground are still edible after October, but if you have a choice between lifting early and storing them, or leaving them in and hoping, lift them. Keep mesh on from the moment you sow. Secure it properly with no gaps at ground level. Minimize the number of times you lift it and use garlic spray on the soil when you do. Harvest before October if you can. That is the whole method. So, over to you. We want to know, have you ever lifted your mesh early for what felt like a perfectly good reason and paid for it later? Tell us what happened in the comments below. And if this helped you understand your plot a little better, subscribe to Grow a Lot Studio. There is always more going on down on the allotment than meets the eye.